Hello everyone, welcome to another quick tutorial on using the Michigan Data Hub. What we're going to walk through today is the Manage Custom Exports tool. I'm going to pause here real quick and navigate out to our website. On our website, we actually have a list of the data validation queries that are available for you to run in this functionality. So please note, under Support, Data Validation Queries, you'll see a long list of reports that are available to run, and it provides a definition of what each of these are, which will come in handy for when you're using this tool. So back in the Michigan Data Hub Cockpit, we're using Grand Bend, which is an anonymized district. One thing to note on this tutorial is that we have no data populated for 2021-22 school year. So we will be running these against the 2020-21 school year in ODS. So just be aware of that. So how do you run Manage Custom Exports? I'm going to show you. So click Reports, Manage Custom Exports. What you'll see here, well, you may not see in your local district, you see on my screen, is these, what they're called export sets. I refer to these as folders. So within each of these folders, you'll see there's scripts or reports that have been created. So what I'm simply going to do is create another script, and two ways. I'm going to show you how you add it to a current folder that already exists, and then I'll show you how you create another folder. So for now, what we're going to do is add a script to an existing folder. So if you have one of these already existing, all you'll simply want to do is click that link, and what you'll do is create another query. So you can see there's other ones available here to select from. You want to select the writing, pasting the query in T-SQL option. Click Continue. From that list that I showed earlier on our website, you'll know which script you want to run. And I know, just by default, I'm going to run the school data load analysis. So it's a great report. Click Preview Results. As I said earlier, there's no data for 2020-22. So you have this option up here under Preview ODS Year. If you wanted to look at previous year's data, you can. So that's what I'm going to do just for review purposes for you today. So the preview looks good. It is returning data. So once data would be populated in this current school year in this anonymized district, we'd have it. So query name, we're going to call this School Data Load Analysis. And this is going to be the name that shows up in that folder. You have a couple different options: create file for download, revise query. You don't recommend using these. Revise query is handy if you're familiar with this with SQL, so you can go in and modify it to pull different types of data. But if you need another report created, you would simply just reach out to support@mydatahub.org. So I'm going to hit continue here. And it's as simple as that, guys. So you can see now that that new script that I just created, School Data Load Analysis, is dropped in alphabetical order in this list. So provides you a description of what it is. A couple things to note here. You can see by default in this folder, the delimiter is comma and the file extension is CSV. So that's simply for ease of using this functionality, to where when you go to download the file, it will open up in Excel easy for you. So there's no converting of data that you have to do. Couple things to know here again: select ODS year. So if you wanted to run these reports, or that report that we just created, based on previous year's data, you can. All you have to do is have an active ODS, and then that's what you would select from this pull-down menu. One thing to note: when I make this selection, you're going to notice that these file names change. 2020-21, see how it changed? You can do two things here. You can click a Preview Results, and you can see there's some initial results from that data. If you just want to go ahead and download the file, you would simply create the download file that generates the file for getting ready to download, and then this next option actually will download the file. And there you have the data. So I'm going to close that real quick, go back to the main screen. And if you're wondering how you get back to the Manage Custom Exports again, Reports, Manage Custom Exports, what we're going to do this time is create another folder. So I'm going to simply do create, add new export set. I'm going to do writing, pasting the query in T-SQL, so you have to know what script it is you're going to use. From the pull-down menu, I am going to select data freshness query. It's the handiest one there. So from here, I'm just going to click preview results. I don't see anything for 2021-22, of course, because I know that. But what I do have data for is 2020-21, so I know that this report's working as it should. We're going to call this the data freshness script. Scroll down, click continue. A couple things here, still the same as what I just showed you earlier. The one thing to note is this export set name. Remember, an export set is like a folder. So what are you going to call this folder that contains all of these scripts that you're creating? So we're going to call this one data validation for Grand Bend ISD. So once I have that set, click Save. You're going to notice now you actually have a folder called Data Validation for Grand Bend ISD. And within there, you have your data freshness script that you just created. So that's the tutorial for today. If you guys have any further questions, please let us know. Simply send an email to support@midatahub.org. Thank you.